Right. We need to continue on with the game and stuff. So, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do some of this. Whether some of the travel is going to be cut out or paused. Because some of these files are getting a little big, at least for me. Like that last one was 7 gigs, and that's a lot for me. So I'll be spending like all day uploading that stuff. So we can go to where is Alexis's house is right there. Let's go there, grab the next ingredient. I'm hitting every wrong button. Because B is A and A is B. Alright, where is that waypoint? Alright, it's over there. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and hitting wrong buttons still. We'll go head over here. We'll see if York has anything new to say.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Oh, so... Alright, so we're gonna finish going over here, and if anything happens, I'll point it out. So I think this is I keep hitting the wrong button. Alexis's house. We have a bench, which is... Pickup. Nope, there's the pepper. So we have the pepper, and I'm sure this is also one of those things, if she was home, we could knock on the door. We can also look at everything. Also, those red circles in the lower left, those are enemies, and the squirrels are enemies. And I don't really want to fight them, because I don't have a gun. Yet. I don't know if to buy one or if they just give me one. So now that we have the pepper, I'll meet you back at Alexis's and then we'll listen to her real quick and then we'll continue on. So I came upon this place and then there's drums. Start a fire inside a drum to keep animals and red shadows away, effectively creating a safe zone. Camping outside may cause you to catch a cold or get chills, but not while you're in a safe zone. And then we have a toolbox and a chair. Oh, we can pick something up. So I wonder if that's where we use like a camping bag. Right there. I think. Maybe.
What'll it be, honey?
So we got the pepper. No, let's give her the pepper. I saw something. I mean, we took it from the front of your house, which is not weird, is it? Give me a second. So we need to get one time. And she didn't tell us where that was. It takes I mean, it didn't take us much work. Told us where the first two were. So now we have to find the final ingredient, and they didn't tell us where that one was. So I am going to just assume that we can't find it yet. So now what I think we're going to do... Oh, also I was checking to see all the materials we're finding do not go into our inventory, which is nice. So think we'll head to the food delivery next. And we have all these places. That's a park. That looks like a cemetery. There's a bridge. The only other place is the Owl's Nest and this repair thing, but it doesn't look like it's really directing us to go there. We could check out the Owl's Nest, I guess. Oh, wait, that's from 5 p.m. to... Oh, I wonder if that's a bar. I wonder if that's a bar. Alright, well then I guess the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go to the food delivery service. So I think I will meet you guys there unless something happens. Trying to see if this will help save on not giving me 10 gig episodes to upload. Well, we're at the... I thought there was going to be more to it. We're here at the delivery, the Clarkson delivery service. And maybe we will find... Oh, the sheriff's van's already here. Oh yeah, because we had to meet him. So now that the sheriff's van is here, maybe... Whose nice pink Cadillac is that? Also, I stopped off at that little... the one right in front of me, that little marker, which is apparently a church, but it wasn't open, so I didn't really worry about it. Alright, well, let's go into the cold storage and see what we can find, because we can go here. Alright, Melvin, tell me what's up.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick.
Was it?
The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like. I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he?
Badass, ain't he?
It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
A non-lethal gun made for self-defense. It can only fire rubber bullets. So do we get to upgrade to, like, better bullets? Or, like, a real gun? Or...
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Alright, so we got a radio.
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Use Mr. Alligator, the self-defense gun. Okay. Point gun, fire, B is reload, and then R is aim. Alright. So... Whoa! Okay. Okay. I like it.
Now this is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure is peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still, one chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp!
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's 'cause there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
So, now we have to go inside, and she disappeared and ended up over there. Is there anything else I feel like I need to do before we head in? Because I don't think that would end the episode, because that'd be quite short of an episode. But anyway, I'm going to save it just in case.
Movies? We don't even have a movie theater around here, so I can only watch what I manage to catch on TV.
Like what?
For some reason, the only movie channel we get at home is the sci-fi one, so I just watch a lot of sci-fi.
Like what? What's the last one you saw?
The one with Schwarzenegger, where there's all these clones.
The Sixth Day, 2000. directed by Roger Spottiswoode. You must be very well versed in sci-fi if you can appreciate an Arnold S. film.
I thought it was way too easy for them to make more clones. And you'd never see a clumsy investigation like that on CSI.
That's right. It's realistic. Everything about that film is so realistic. It may be difficult for a child to understand. But, Patty, that's not your fault. All of Arnold S.'s films are filled with hyper-realism, you know. On top of that, Roger Spottiswoode is a director who excels in dealing with hardcore subject matter. Turner and Hooch, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Each film features one of the toughest tag teams you'll ever find. I can see why it's beyond you, though.
No, what I'm trying to say is, Schwarzenegger's character was just a pilot, right? Why was he so strong?
It's okay, Patty. You don't need to try and act like an adult to impress me. I didn't understand the charm of Arnold S. films when I was your age either. You need to take your time and slowly reel the film in. Do that, and Arnold S. will greet you with a big, warm smile.
Whatever, just stop calling him Arnold S., okay? It's irritating me.
Zach, she's at a sensitive age. We both know full well that this is the official way to refer to the film star, but she isn't used to it, so it's bothering her. When in Rome, Schwarzenegger will greet you with a big, warm smile. Zach, my mouth feels weird. How many fingers do you think we'd need to count the number of people who actually call him Schwarzenegger? We'll just have to stomach it for her sake, Zach. Patty, we're investigating here. I think it's about time we cut the chit-chat and got back to work.
What? You're the one who brought it up, and you hardly even let me say anything.
So, yeah, I didn't mean to. I accidentally hit B, which had her to start talking. Which means I had to unpause it. So that was my fault. Let's see if she says anything new.
Hey, let's chat.
Want to hear about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far?
No, thank you. Forget what I said.
So, I'm hoping that going in there does not end the day, because there's still a lot more things we need to do. Maybe? I don't know, but it shouldn't end the episode, I don't think. So let's go ahead and go into the Clarkson food delivery service. After that dude knocks me out of the way, now we go in. Because that's how that works, I guess.
You holding up okay, CLG? You sure you don't want to wait outside?
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Head to the morgue. So we have a save, we have the toolbox, which makes me wonder if something's gonna happen soon.
Hey, Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place even though we know the body ain't here?
Of course, Melvin. The skeletal gentleman gave me an oracle, remember?
It's Skella what?
He's just joking, Daddy. You can't take him seriously.
Huh? Well, was that really a joke, Mr. York? Well, I'll be. I see you've been hiding some real charm into that whole FBI routine.
Sorry, Melvin, but I'm dead serious.
Alright, so we have some doors we can go. We have a door we can go through. We can look through all that stuff. I saw a sparkly thing over here I want to check out. And we can use our gun. Oh, we can reload. There we go. Alligator gar scale. Scarl. Said that weird. We have a save. I think we're fine. What?
Oh, good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the fun house. Truly a dazzling place. Meet entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
We could talk to Melvin again. Sure, why not?
Hey, Mr. York, this is kind of,
Melvin, if you have something to say, then just go on and say it. Otherwise, you'll simply be insulting this beautiful landscape.
You think this is beautiful?
Oh, yes. It's the abnormal world that supports our normal lives. I think that's wonderful. Don't you? Besides, look, Patricia seems to be handling this a lot better than you are.
Well, you see, I ain't too good with this grotesque stuff. Ugh.
Don't let it get to you, Daddy. Whew. Everyone has at least one thing they're afraid of. Even you. Right, Agent York?
Something I'm afraid of?
Yeah, that's right. You gotta have at least one thing. Like clowns.
Clowns are so funny. How could anyone be scared of them?
Zombies.
Love them.
A bucket full of worms.
I could squeeze them with my bare hands.
The sound of screeching glass.
Doesn't bother me.
Then...
They cling to your skin like putrid leeches, robbing you of much more than your vitality. The wet socks.
Melvin, you're a genius.
How? I don't know. Why? I don't want to know. Let's see if we can find some more things to... wait, what was that? Pick up. We got another alligator gar tail. Or that's a tail, not a scale this time. Let's see, make sure there's nothing else to pick up. Can't really talk to any of the workers. You think those would be some of the first people you would talk to, right? A black bass scale. And we have another door and a phone. I wonder if we're gonna be heading into something dangerous. We have a crawfish claw. We'll just quick run a little bit. Oh no, that burns through the stem. That burns through it right quick. So I'm assuming that we can't go in here, can we? Nah. So nothing new to find in there. Man, the turning when you pan the camera, it really makes the game jitter. Like, that's not me, that's the game. Alright, well, let's see if we need to make a phone call real quick. We have 6 minutes, we should be fine.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
So we can still go through the door, we can talk to Melvin again. Let's see what Melvin has to say real quick.
We're almost to the morgue. The temporary one, at least.
You don't need to keep correcting yourself, Melvin.
I know, but I'm starting to feel guilty all of a sudden. You know, from an ethical perspective. It just ain't right to store a teenage girl's body in a place like this.
Still, rephrasing your sentences won't fix anything at this point. It's a shallow concern, really.
Yeah, I know. But shoot, I just felt like the least I could do is try to phrase it better.
Whew. Don't bother trying to convince him, Daddy. I've only been working with him for a little while, but I already figured out what his deal is. He ain't right in the head. Whew. The FBI should add a new requirement to their hiring process. Must possess humanity.
But did he just bow? Anyway, when we come back, we'll go into the zero storage thing where her body was, and we'll see if that leads to combat or something. Still waiting for combat, but I think in the first game, it took a while to get to that point. So anyway, when we come back, we'll keep going through to the morgue. Till then, y'all take care, and of course, have a good one.